Good morning, everyone. This is Deborah Anderson from Chaco Shaka with another lesson, blessing, and hopefully a message. Father, I ask that you come into the room and you speak to me and through me, that someone may get a lesson, blessing, or message. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power, the kingdom, and the glory forever and ever. Hallelujah. Yah has not given us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Any tongue that rises against us in judgment, Yah shall condemn, for we are the righteousness and the inheritance of the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. All right, you guys. Today the lesson is coming from the book of Luke, chapter 11, verses 37 to 54. And I'll start reading at verse 37. And as he spake, a certain Pharisee besought him to dine with him. And he went in and he sat down to meat. Hallelujah. So here go a Pharisee, y'all, these crooks. These devils, they keep inviting your Uncle Yahshua to their houses and to their banquets and stuff to eat. So he went. They invited him to have dinner, so he went. And when the Pharisee saw, he marveled that he had not first washed before dinner. So he was like blown away because Uncle Yahshua didn't wash his hands and feet before dinner. He was sitting up here, so he looking for little bitty things to try to catch Uncle Yahshua up in. This was really ridiculous when they was the sinners the whole time. You know, they trying to pass judgment on the righteous when they the wicked. You can't pass judgment on the righteous when you the wicked one. First, you got to clean up your wickedness in order to even see clear to judge the righteous. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So, let's go on to see what happened. And Uncle Yahshua, he said unto him, now do ye Pharisees make clean the outside of the cup and the platter, but your inward parts is full of ravening and wickedness. Hallelujah. Now ravening means a ferocious wild animal extremely hungry and hunting for prey. Oh my Lord. I mean, come on now. He telling them, okay, y'all wash the outside of y'all body, y'all squeaky clean, y'all smell all good and everything. But your insides, your heart is dirty, it's filthy, it's wicked. It's like a ferocious animal hunting for prey. Lord, have mercy on their souls. And wickedness. He said, and wickedness. Lord, come on now. Then he goes on to say, ye fools, did not he that made that which is without make that which is within also? He's saying, Father, y'all made your outside as well as your inside. And nothing is really unclean to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So they was trying to make a big thing out of, being looking good on the outside, but your inside's all tore up. We see it all the time. We see it every day. We see sisters and brothers walking around here, man. They be castic sharp, okay? They be ready to shoot. You can lay them away in the clothes they be wearing around here, huh? But then when you began to conversate with them, you find out that they're dead on the inside. They have no substance to them. What you see is what you get. Hallelujah. I hope you understood what I just said. Hallelujah. That's what you call a fool. A fool is someone who thinks something that's really not true. He phantoms it up in his own mind. He makes it up. It's an illusion. Remember, fools, they stay in disillusionment and in illusions because they are fake. They are not authentic and they're not genuine. They are superficial and they're artificial. What you see is what you get. If you dig any deeper, you'll find out you ain't dealing with nothing but a pile of dung, mess, chaos, conflict, confusion. These people don't know which way to go. That's why they go the wrong way all the time, because they don't know the right road to take. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But let us keep moving. He said, but rather give alms of such things as ye have, and behold, all things are clean unto you. See, he said, if you were to give alms, you wouldn't worry about what's unclean and not unclean, because everything would be unclean to you. And to give alms is like giving money or food to poor people. Give to the poor. The poor ain't always able to clean themselves, right? Because they don't even have the supplies and the things that they need, the necessities to take care of themselves, like soap, deodorant, and all that stuff. We see people who are poor. We know how they live their lives, and we know what they stand in need of, because you know what you need to suffice you every day when you get up out the bed and have clean running water to wash your face and your body. These people get up to nothing, you know, to where they're going to get their next meal from, you know. So he was saying, if you would have mercy and if you would go out and do what you're supposed to be doing, you wouldn't have time to be sitting up there letting little stuff like you didn't wash your hands before you eat. Some poor people ain't got facilities to wash their hands. Hallelujah. And we shouldn't judge. We should give alms and be grateful that all things are clean unto us. Hallelujah. But he said, but woe unto you, Pharisees, for ye tithe mint and rue and all manners of herbs, and pass over judgment and the love of Yah. These ought ye to have done, and not leave the others undone. See, they was taking the tithes, because they was the priests, right? They was the priests, they was the church. They would get the tithes from the people, y'all, but they would never present the tithes to the Most High Yah. They kept that stuff for themselves. They was crooks. They was liars, cheaters, thieves. The Most High, they never sacrificed anything unto the Most High. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For one, they really wasn't a real high priest. They was fakes. Okay? They wasn't authentic and genuine. Them was some superficial, artificial men that figured they was gonna come in and fool the world, which they were doing at that time, in their time. They were fooling the people. The people were lost. That's why Uncle Yeshua had to come, so he can lead them back on the right track, because these guys was mad. They was sending them all out the way. They was teaching them to break the laws and the statutes and the commandments of the Most High Yah. And they was taking away the love for their fellow man, you know, by being so ruthless and mean. And you know, if that trickles from the head down, you sitting under somebody's teaching and they teaching you to hate, and they all hateful. Don't you know that spirit is going to also get on you? Hallelujah. It ain't going to just stay with the Pharisee. It's going to be all over you as well. Because you're accepting what he's saying. You're agreeing with him. You're coming into agreement with him. And when you stand in agreement with him, you're going to stand in that punishment with his butt too. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So he was telling them to woe unto these Pharisees, because these Pharisees, they was taking the tithes, but they wasn't even offering it to the Most High Yah, and they was passing judgment on people. They was doing the most. They was doing the most. And Uncle Yeshua said it would have been better if they just left it undone, not even been bothered with taking the tithes and offerings in the first place. They want to do the right thing. Woe unto the Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seats in the synagogues and the greetings in the marketplace. The synagogues was like the church, so they love the upper seats. They like to sit up high where everybody could see them. They like to be the first thing you see when you walk into the room. Yeah, they were arrogant. Yeah, they was, and self-centered. They go into the marketplace. They want to be greeted with the utmost respect, and probably they want free food. Yeah, these was crooks. They wanted free food because of who they was supposed to have been spiritually, because they really wasn't. They were spiritual demons. Lord have mercy. And then Uncle Yahshua goes on to say, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! For ye are as graves, which appear not, and then men and the men that walk over them are not aware of them." They said they're like graves, y'all, which we walk over every day, because truly people are buried all over this earth. So wherever we plant our feet, there's probably been a person who was buried up underneath the very grounds that we trod and walk. But he was saying this is how people should treat these Pharisees and scribes. They should just walk all over them because they hypocrites. They wasn't real ministers. You shouldn't give them no respect. They shouldn't be getting no honor, no respect, because they was crooks. You should walk all over them with disrespect and dishonor because they wasn't doing the right thing. They was totally against Father Yah. They was not on the same team. I'm telling you. You know they wasn't on the same team, because in the end, what did they do? They crucified. Sure. Hallelujah. Let's keep going. They was hypocrites. That's why he was calling them hypocrites. They was crooks. Then answered one of the lawyers and said unto him, Master, thus saying thou reproachest us also. So he was saying, oh, you talking about us too? And he said, yeah, woe unto you also, ye lawyers. They thought they was going, oh Lord. He thought they was getting out. They thought they was getting away. No, he said, woe unto them too. The lawyers, y'all. Now, they supposed to be standing up for peace, freedom, and justice for all mankind. He said, yeah, woe unto you too, lawyers. For ye have laid men with burdens grievous to bore, and ye yourselves touch not the burdens with one of your fingers. He's saying that they go in church and they lie. I mean, not in the church, but in the courts. And they lie. And y'all know the lawyers do that. You can tell the lawyer what happened, and then the lawyer is going to take that truth and he's going to twist it all up, and it ain't going to be nothing but a big fat juicy lie when he get through with it to get you out of your situation. But he dare not put himself in a situation where he tangle himself up in all them lies. But they do it anyway. Because they're crooks, they're liars, they're really not ministers, they're really not the high priests, they're really not the scribes, they're really not the lawyers. Because when you're doing these things, they're not the most highest lawyers and ministers. I'll put it like that, because when you work for the Most High, you're honest and you're true, and you don't bamboozle anyone. You know, you put your cards on the table, you know, and your hand is shown. Hallelujah. But with these guys, they was hiding everything. They had the hand behind their back and switch it over to the, man. And the lawyers was crooks too. They would lie to get people out of situations that they know were guilty. Or just not mention them all together as if they didn't play a part in the crime. Remember the woman and the man who got caught in the act? Remember how they bought the woman and they left the man? I'm sure the lawyers was there. They're always everywhere with them. You see, they all go in a pack so that they can, man, they could just tear this place down. That's what they're doing. And it's the same thing as this going on today, you guys. There's nothing changed but faces, places. Okay? And few things has changed. But other than that, the way things is done, it's still being done the same way. The way the devil worked, he still worked the same work he worked back then. He working it today, and he's doing it the same way. The devil do not change. He's like a leopard who don't change his spots. Hallelujah. He can't change. He's bound to the wickedness now. You know? He can't nothing he could do to change. He says, woe unto you, for ye build sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them. Now they said they build sepulchres. A sepulchre is a small room or a monument that's cut into a rock or is built of stone, in which a dead person is laid or buried, right? So they was building these these tombstones, or these monuments to bury the prophets, but their fathers was the ones who was killing the prophets. Okay? And they knew about it. They knew about it, the wicked deeds of their forefathers. Oh yeah, they did. They knew. And they knew what they were doing too. They learned from their wicked fathers. If their fathers were head high priests, which they were, because that's how they got the position, and they were killing the prophets because the prophets was prophesying about those crooked Pharisees and Sadducees and scribes and lawyers. They was prophesying against them all the time. So they would kill them to shut them up. Hallelujah. And then they would build beautiful sepulchres unto them. Monuments, graves, tombs. Lord have mercy on us. So, we at 49. No, we at 48. He said, truly you bear witness that you allow the deeds of your fathers. For they indeed killed them, and ye build them sepulchres. And they built their fathers' sepulchres after their fathers murdered spiritual and godly men. Hallelujah. The men of Yah, who he sent to prophesy the truth and warn the people, wake them up, give them a lesson, blessing, or a message. Hallelujah. Lord, y'all know they was killing the prophets. The women was doing it too. Remember Jezebel? She was killing all the prophets because she knew she was a whore, and she didn't want to be called out on it. Her shame. So she would kill them to shut them up. And then she put fake prophets. She would let just pick regular men out of her kingdom to be prophets. She was a hot mess. They all were hot messes. He said, therefore also said the wisdom of Yah, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute. See? Even during that time. Remember when Matthew, Mark, and all these guys were out, Timothy, who are all the 12? The 12 disciples. Remember how they hunted them down to kill them? That was the same Pharisees, Sadducees. They didn't want that word to constantly be spreading because they wanted to stick in the old way of doing things. But the Most High was doing a new thing, and things had to change. And the word had to get out about the new thing that was being done, and that there was a new way to serve and get yourself cleansed up and ready for the kingdom, being led back to the tree of life, giving you another opportunity and chance to make things right. And a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon for it because they wanted to be back in the hands of, they wanted things to be ran by Yah again. But, it wasn't time. It wasn't time. It wasn't time at that time. It was not the time for Yah to start. They would still had to be under punishment for a little longer. They had to stay in punishment for a little longer. We're still in punishment to this day. Hallelujah. We're still in punishment. We're still in captivity, but it's coming to end. It's coming to a close. That's why Father Yah got us out here speaking, talking, telling you to get cleaned up, get in line, get in balance, get rooted, get suited, get booted, get ready. Be ye also ready. Don't be getting ready, but be ready, because the war is it's already begun. If you're doing black magic and you're fighting against a righteous person and you're doing all this wickedness, that's spiritual warfare. We're already in the war where the wicked is coming against the righteous. And guess what? It takes like a whole big old group of wickedness to try to come against one righteous person. So y'all, the time is running down. And the devil knows his time is short, boy, and he is moving. But he's getting met with all types of resistance. He's finding out that he cannot come against the chosen ones, the spiritual people that are here to wake the people up. You can't harm them in no kind of way because they're here on a mission just like you. Now you're on a mission to keep them from waking up, and I'm on a mission to wake them up. Remember, Satan, you made it a competition. Father Yah never made this a competition. You said you would get more souls than him. He never made He knew all souls belonged to him, including your butt. Let's keep it going, y'all, because I can, Mm. So they was just killing, and just like they doing now, shutting people up. Yeah, yeah, they kill them and shut them up. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Yeah, they shut your mouth. They'll shut your mouth. Them Kennedy boys. It don't matter what color you is. They'll shut your mouth. Because what you're saying is coming against what their beliefs is and what they want the people to see. You know? But the messages truly come from the Most High, because He's not going to give the prophets or the prophetess or His messengers or leaders or guides or preachers or teachers messages about you that's not true. You want them to give them the facade that you put on. That's the picture you want them to paint for you. But no, the Most High sees you as you are, and He gives us the message as He see you. A rat, a dog that cannot bark, a person who doesn't lead people in the right direction, but you mislead them and you lead them out the door backwards, and you shall pay. And that's why the cover is being pulled off, you guys, because of your wickedness and your wicked deeds and the little love you have. You don't even have love for your fellow man. You just have hate. He said that the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundations of the world may be required of this generation. He gonna make y'all pay for every prophet that ever died. Everyone, all you fake preachers, get ready. Y'all gonna pray for every prophet that died. Yes, he said that blood is gonna be required at your hands. He said from the blood of Abel, y'all remember Abel, Cain killed Abel, excuse me, to the blood of Zechariah, which perished between the altars and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation. Yeah, y'all gonna pay. This generation, they gonna pay for killing all those prophets and prophetesses. Y'all gonna pay. You gonna pay. Nobody gets away, you guys. Nobody gets away. He say, woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye have entered in, not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered. Let me read that again. Woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered. So they trying to stop people with knowledge, with the true knowledge. They don't have any knowledge. They giving out foolishness, I'm telling you, and they talking about their lawyers, okay? They just liars and manipulators. They're not really dealing in true knowledge. And those that do want to come in with honesty, they hinder them. They block them, keep them from getting into the fold, hallelujah, or into the group, because they don't want the light or the sheet poured off of them. Lord have mercy. Let's keep going. And he said these things unto them. The scribes, the Pharisees, began to urge him vehemently, to provoke him to speak of many things. They was pressing him, trying to oppress him and press him down with all their many questions, But, he lay in wait for him and seeking to catch. This is what they were doing. They were laying wait for him and seeking to catch something out of his mouth that they might accuse him. You see, they kept bombarding him with questions so they could trip him up. That was wicked as hell. He was never going to be tripped up. He was the word of Yah. He was the walking word of Yah. How can you trip up the word? He is the word. Whatever he say is word. That's what that was it, plain and simple. Whatever Yeshua said, it was word, because he was the word. Right? He was the word of Yah who came down here in the flesh and dwelt among men. He was the word. There was no way they could ever trip him up, because whatever he said was word. Hallelujah. They was just making fools of themselves, playing with him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, you guys. That's the end of the lesson, the message for today. I pray that the Most High forever shine His light on you, kiss you smack dead in your forehead, open up your crown chakra and your third eye chakra, that you may see the errors of these ministers' ways, you know, and not be warned by their foolishness. Walk away. Remember, resist the devil and he shall flee from you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, you guys. I love you with the love of Yeshua. Until tomorrow, deuces.